See this better. Okay. Hey, Nuke, welcome in. How are you doing? Hey, Displant. Yeah, it has been a while. How you been? Uh, yeah, I just started. Just just, decided, I was in the mood to draw a dragon, so that's kind of what I'm doing. My I'm doing, and my Google says he's great. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, I know I just started, but I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, guys. All right, same. Ari discipline. Hope you're doing okay. Oh, I accidentally activated your Google Home. That's funny. That's weird that a Google Home will actually like respond whenever it's doing great, which yeah, they're trying to make the AIs like more personable and whatnot, which is cool. I like it, but it is also hilarious. Oh yeah. Where's my reference image? So what you been up to, dude? Anything new? Like when I got it, it had me do a voice recognition test, so it would only yeah, no, that's a bit off. Maybe I should make the eye a little more round. Nah, no, it's fine for this style. I think I do need to make the eye a little bit lower. Level 50 woodcutting. How long ago did you get your Google Home? Oh, I messed that up. This one, yeah. About 6 years ago, yeah. If you got a new one, it'll probably be better. If I were to just guess. Mm. There was a way to like rotate something because I realized I made the eye way too much like at an angle. There it is. We got it. Oh, fair enough. Not that big of a priority then. I mean, I was like, what's that sound? And it's just a certain sound in the music of the game. Speaking of, I was out, delivering post, I think it was, like, a couple days ago, and, there is this one neighborhood that had, like, a bunch of those cat deterrent things, the ones that's supposed to make the sound that only cats can hear, but I can hear those things, so just nonstop throughout the entire street, those were going off, and it's, like, this weird, like, high-pitched ringing that you hear, and it creates, like, the way that it sounds creates, like, this pressure in my head that builds up and, like, actually causes migraines. It's not enjoyable. The proper name is Scaly, but yes, I've I have said this before. Uh, I have said it, I'm not afraid to admit it, because all it really is just another interest hobby thing. I feel like this would be better. Yeah, that having it there would be definitely be better. Oh, right. That went over my head for a second, but it's fine. Yeah, also, do those things I don't think those things actually work to, like, deter cats in any way. You know, the animals that they're made for, or at least not for the most part. Just it was just a nonstop, though, was doing my head in. I had never wanted to get out of a neighborhood so fast. Also, the neighborhood is probably older couples. Yeah, you're not wrong. It was. And I don't like those things. Those are awful. I don't know, like, I've seen, like, other people closer to my age, around those, cat things, like, they didn't seem to be, like, all that bothered by it. I mean, back home and all. Hi, babe. Hearing is just less damage, therefore more acute, fair. Are you gonna be jumping on RuneScape, or are you gonna work on Nyx today? Kinda hang on. Make the leg go just a little more back and up there. because Cersei, welcome in. Hello, how are you doing? The very cute Pikachu emote there. Mm, you're good? That's great to hear. Well, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your time here. Just doing a bit of RuneScape and art. I just searched for my phone, which is in my hand. Yeah, Fel, I do that all the time. Well, not specifically with my phone, but just random stuff. I have these cute little art sunglasses that I like to wear sometimes randomly. And sometimes I'll forget that I am already wearing them, and they'll be quite literally on my head as I'm searching for them. Nix, my ChatGPT credits are refilled. So I'm gonna refract a lot of code again. I also work on a new battle layout and a new way of encounters happening. That's right. I remember. We were going, or I'm not gonna say that here. I'll let you decide that. But yeah, okay. Also, your chat rules saying no if I'm right or left, but what if I need help with my art skills knowing I left or right hand? You know what? That's fair. Art advice is acceptable. Just prefer to keep the politics out. Stressful conversation, and I do not stream to be stressed. And you turn the eraser off. Man, doing these legs is always so hard because I'm trying to figure out like what the correct direction is, and I always feel like I'm getting it wrong, and I probably am. But, you know, screw it. We live to make mistakes, I guess, and to learn how to hit the eraser button correctly. You know, the only politics I talk about is whether or not you're a Bandosian or I. Right. I am not enough of a veteran in the game to understand that joke, but I'm sure it would have been very funny if I had just played this game for longer. Bandosian or Zamora? Is that like pertaining to like a faction, like religion type thing, like in the game? Like what is that? I think we need to bring politics in here because we need real laws, how hot someone can be. Shut up. Well, clearly, even if there were laws about it, it wouldn't pertain to me anyway. Just kind of have no choice but to deal with it. That looks weird, doesn't it? Like just having like that round spot here. Granted, that's where her eye is, but no, it's fine. I'm overthinking it. Me. Need to sleep, don't want to. That's fair. Are you mainly wanting just to, like, try to, like, stay up to a certain time or, like that look good? I think that's a pretty good anime dragon eye. I used to draw in, like, the anime style, like, all the time, and I really loved it for a while, and then I stopped doing it after a certain point, and now I'm just trying to get back into it. Like, then it should be a little higher. That's fair. I had a feeling that had something to do with it, I just didn't wanna bring it up. I don't know, maybe just, like, distracting yourself for a bit will be enough to shake that off. So, hopefully that ends up being the case. Achievement complete, competitive provisions? Huh? Gather a total of 2,000 resources. Okay. Give the dragon a goatee? No. She's a lady. She's a lady dragon. I'll do that when I make a male dragon. No. I had a feeling you were immediately gonna go to that. Not on this one, at least. If I'm gonna make a boobs dragon, then it's gonna be, like, a little more, uh, a massive bonkers that shoots fire. We are coming up with some interesting ideas. Man, a human dragon species that just has bonkers that shoot out fire. That's definitely an interesting take. No, that's not good. And then, of course, depending on whether or not it's fire or ice, like, depends on, like, the element of the dragon. So you could realistically just have, like, a dragon woman that shoots, like, poison or acid out of her honkers. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. I mean, I think it's funny, but alright. I don't think it's awkward. Definitely dumb, but not awkward. Because yes. Ba-na-na-na-na. What's the shortcut for that? Because I use it a lot. Eraser mode is E. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We're just gonna make the regular dragon outline first, and then we're gonna add all of the detail that makes Sarana. I feel like I need to make that closer to her actual body. Hang on. Blurring, well, maybe it's good. We'll work with it for a bit and change it later if I decide I don't like it anymore. But I do kinda like it. I have no idea where to put the wing. I feel like it'd be, like, along, like, where the shoulder blades are or something. The wings definitely have to be bigger. The wings will be going off the picture, but that's fine. Um, yeah, this should be okay. That's perfect. And I messed it up. We're going to have I'd imagine her shoulders, like, here, then her forearm's gonna be coming out a bit like this. And I kinda want her, like, holding, like, a tiny sun or something in front of her. Need to use my shortcuts. 'Cause I don't do that enough, and it ends up taking up a lot of my time. I don't know how to draw, like, a dragon claw like that, though. I need, like, an actual, like, good picture of a dragon claw for that. Uh, Good, it's looking at me, I don't wanna look at me. Okay, make sure I'm still cutting wood. Oh, I've reached max capacity. But this is also gonna be good for leveling my, crafting also, or at least later on. Empty and then deposit all. 867 willow logs, goddamn. That's a lot of willow logs, and we're gonna get many much more. Alright, so it's gonna do a bit like this, actually. Create a general shape, and then I saw this, like, technique on, like, how animators, or, like, independent, like, animators on YouTube will, like, create their videos, and I'm very interested in, at some point, trying that out, because it looks like a very useful and effective method, and I forget what the name of it is called, because it does have a name, is you basically just create, like, your whole animation first with, like, a bunch of, like, basic shapes, so, like, circle for the head, square for the body, and then, like, you, like, have it in different colors, and then you get, like, the motion of it in by moving all, like, the shapes around and whatnot, and, then you do all, like, the actual, like, drawing of the character and, like, the details, like, after, once you have your, like, layout and blueprint. And I thought that was, like, really interesting, and honestly, like, obviously easier. You're simplifying the process before you add, like, too much of a workload on it. Structured drawing? I That might have been the name of it, I genuinely don't remember. I think I saw it by, like, it was posted by, like, somebody named, like, Adam or something like that. I've been following more, like, pixel art and just artist, YouTubers lately to pick up, like, a few tricks where I can. Okay, I need to look at the claw again. Dragon claw. I kinda like the forefinger thing, where it's kind of like this. I think that's a very, like, good design. 'Cause I know for sure that you're using freeform. Freeform, like, just kind of, like, drawing it out myself, 'cause I definitely do that. Alright, nice. Yeah, I try not to, like, trace anything. I don't do tracing. I don't know how to make it look from this angle. My brain's not cooperating with me right now. Level 51, rune hatchet. Oh, I can use a rune hatchet. That's cool. You're talking about the ones that you're using guidelines? Yeah. No, that's yeah. It is like guidelines, I guess. Yeah, so they draw out like the guidelines for the animation, I guess, and then they go in and like draw the character around it or based on it. And I kind of want to try doing that. I hate drawing hands because I never how to know how to do it, especially with like claws and paws. This is the one thing that I do get tempted to trace on. But then again, if I did that, I'd never get better at it. Let's do some like claws. We're not gonna give her super big claws. The thumb needs to be opened up more. Because the idea is that she's holding like like the sun in like the palm of her claw. If I wasn't out and about, I'd give you detailed tips. Nah, I appreciate it. Do what you need to do, man. But I'm good to develop at my own pace. Me try to we go actually that already helps substantially. Just moving it back a little. Although now this part of the arm does look stubby. I need to change that a little bit. So we're gonna make this go a bit further. We're gonna have this angle down a little more so that way this looks a bit more natural. I wish that the eraser and the pen were counted as two separate tools. That way I could actually, that way I could keep the eraser on a bigger setting, but they share the same, like, size setting, and it's annoying. Need to lose fat somehow? The new Or this is what I read. I don't know if it's true. I need to do a little bit more research on it. But the DR Digivice that I'm getting, apparently, the way that it works is that you carry it with you, and it like detects like the fact that you're moving around, and it'll generate like digi battles and stuff that you can like fight through. So that seems kind of like a fun way to get yourself like out and about. Like, has a gyro detector or something like that. Yeah, they're, pedometer/step counters, okay. That's gonna be really fun to have while I'm out of the house. I don't know why I had a pause there, but yeah. I pretty much, like, had no idea about that. Um, no, my bad. Actually, I'm gonna put this on a separate layer. Alright, and then I will work on that bit later. Uh, erase get rid of this piece. This is gonna be where jewelry is, or at least her head jewelry. Maybe on her forehead. Actually, her jewelry and stuff should be on a separate layer. Then we can also do there we go, back to PC. Nice. The PC where everything happens. Games, movies, social life. Everything on the computer. Speed walking. It's a good way to that's I wanted it to be smaller actually. That's can definitely be a good way to, burn fat. Diet is also important, however, so gotta pay attention to that. Diet's probably, like, the most important, if I were to guess. That's not what I wanted, actually. It should be a bit on the other side of the head. Oh, hang on. Then I think one more will be fine. Little bump. Because this is where the ear fin spines are gonna come out of to create the structure, like, of our fin. But yeah, the tip I was referring to was to think of the shape of the hand and draw a similar simple shape in the size that you want. Okay. Welcome back, Displant. How are you doing? How's the game going? Make the spine poke out a bit more. Uh, because back when I used to draw, that's how I handled hands without it taking hours to do. Alright, well, I'll definitely try it out moving forward. I'm fine, the game is coming along. I want you to test if it's want you to test it. It's still a work in progress, not while you're busy. Alright. Yeah, I can do some game testing. Did you push all of the mechanics through for the demo, or is it gonna be a separate thing that you send me? Separate thing? Okay. Honestly, this doesn't look too bad. Full game beta testing? Nice. Okay. Like I said, just, send me what I, need to access the game, and I will do the, play testing like I did before, where I'll create, like, a little document of stuff that I find and ideas that I have for you to look at. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to do Control Z. Give her like a little up there. I don't like how this eye looks, but then again, every time I have to draw two eyes, I'm always convinced they look weird. So I'm gonna leave it alone and I'm not gonna obsess over it until I don't feel like drawing anymore, because that's usually what happens. Um, General shape. Do this. So it has to be like to draw hands. Yes. Or I'm trying to like draw. No. Uh-uh. I think this should be fine, and then it'll be like a claw. It's fine for now, I guess. I can try to fix that later. And leave it there. No. Gartic? I don't know what that is. but, I'm probably not gonna be able to fit it into my schedule. Did I make the tail, like, wrap around, like, over her leg, or yeah, over her leg. Yes. This stream is just kind of me doing what I want, and then the rest of the time is nonstop work. Postinel, Nyx, a lot going on. Oh, shut up, you're not gonna do anything. Maybe if I can just have it like this a little bit. Shut up. Go stand in the kitchen and make my dinner. Nasty. Um, yeah, just to make it more like the tail's a bit heavier. Well, thank you for announcing that you farted. That was very critical information we needed to have. Keep the tail thick, because she's gonna have a hella long tail. She's, like, in her full dragon body form. Because obviously she has the ability to change how she looks, depending on what she's up to. Eye of life, let's go. It actually does not look terrible. Or at least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. I'm just gonna accept that I'm at a point where not everything is perfect for me right now. That's fine, 'cause we build our skills as we go. The problem now is I kinda need to figure out how to make this wing go. Surfing or rock climbing? Rock climbing I could see as a bit fun. Tried that out once at, like, a school field trip, and I honestly kind of enjoyed it. Surfing? I don't think that's for me. There's sun and light outside, I don't like it. That is fair. We are all clearly allergic to sunlight and grass in here. Why we need helpful reminders to go touch grass. Oh, actually. Babe, are we still doing the barbecue today? Because if that's the case, I'll end stream closer to like 2 so I can go to the store. No? Okay. What do you want then for today? Spaghetti? Okay. I will make sure we have everything for spaghetti. Actually, wait, I don't need to do this because I can do this. How long have I not been wood chopping? I've lost track. I've tracked the lost. I think up here looks better. I kind of want to have one of those, like the end of the wing to have like a hand, but I'm trying to remember what part of the wing that's supposed to be, and then decide if I want to change it for some reason. Dragon wing. Because essentially the structure of a dragon wing is like a really weird elongated hand and arm. Or that's the structural idea of it. And on the wing? Yeah, so some wing designs will have like a tiny little like claw at one of the joints along the wing. And then dragons can just use their wing as to like also like grab. So when they perch on like a wall or a cliffside or something, they have their big claws and then they have their little wing claws that they can grasp on with. They are usually used for dragons who don't have 4 legs though. It's the most common type to have. Yeah, like this one. Hang on, let me. Yeah, worms. Yeah, usually those type of wings are specifically for worms, but I don't see a reason why a full dragon can't have it. No, shut up. They are typically on. Oh, they're actually on the top of the wing. I thought that'd be closer to like one of the ends. Just like at the top of the wing where it starts to like fold down towards the end. Okay, yeah, sure. Boop. This is the picture I'm looking at here. Came from yeah, it's really cool. Look at it. So tiny little claws coming out like the top. That's what we're gonna go for. Sounds made up. Dinosaurs are a myth. They never existed to begin with. They're a conspiracy of the government. I think I kinda wanna give it, like, a bit of a dip there, and then that'll be where we put our, like, wing hands. I didn't need to stress about her legs, cause her legs are gonna be hidden anyway. Or her butt. No feet or butt. Or tail. Dinosaurs were just normal-sized animals, but humans were tiny. Yeah. Dinosaurs were the like, average, like, what you're generally supposed to, like, evolve into, and then we just evolved, like, microscopic in comparison. We're actually the dwarves of Earth. I accidentally got rid of the wrong line. Okay. How are we gonna do this? I'm gonna make another I gotta make thingies. Maybe we'll have it so that way, like, it comes out, like, a little bit, so that way there's kind of, like, just barely, like, a half of a palm there. Gulli it's is a tall dwarf a giant and a tiny giant just a dwarf? I think those are both just normal-sized people. Gulliver was an actual prime human then. What is Gulliver? Uh, I'm not chopping. Oh, wow, my wood box is full again. No, I have not. Think I'll make fingers, like, more clawed. It's a book that was about a man finding an island of tiny people, like, up to your ankle. That's wild. But alright. Legends say pet a dwarf on the butt and he slaps you in the face. That probably would be lore accurate, actually. Lore accurate dwarves, everyone just walks up, pats them on the butt specifically to get smacked in the face. Because if you can survive the slap, then you become lucky for a day. This looks weird. Looks weird, it looks terrible, but we're committing. BBA if you're out of code? What? Is huh? You lost me with that introduction there. Are you trying to sell me code? Also, welcome in. Yeah, I understood. I just don't didn't understand when you went on saying, VBA. You're gonna have it hook just a little. No, that looks terrible. Visual Basic, gotcha. I want to code, but I do not have the time for it right now. But, but yes, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. All right. Okay, I will admit that looks terrible. That looks god awful. I wanted to make a little wing claw. He's a beginner coder. It's like giving a truck to someone who needs to learn how to ride a bicycle. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Nah, I have very little and bare basic knowledge when it comes to coding. Not a lot past Hello World. I do want to work on it at some point. It's just not going to be right now. Uh, that's not the correct one. True. I think that's the same for just like anything in general. It's fun if it works. Trying to separate these lines a bit. Yeah, it's all good. Are you writing code? It gets it's very quickly like a lot. Should I just have it to where the individual fingers themselves are coming out of the wing? Should I just forego the partial palm idea? Because I'm realizing how dumb it looks. It kind of looks like there's sausages coming out of the wing, and that's not the vibe I'm going for. I'm gonna make them individual phalanges that are phalanges. I wish you zero compiling errors. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I also hope that in my future code I get zero compiling errors. That's a bit too much of like a thin granny finger is what I was trying to say. That's not fun. Compiling errors are never fun. No. Nothing that true. Oh, you have fun hunting down bugs? Oh, that's true, you do like fixing stuff. Usually fixing stuff is your favorite part, so that makes sense, yeah. S so I'm assuming, Sama, that you are experienced with coding. What language do you use? If no, I needed to make it go further along, so closer to here, and you get to puzzle, figure stuff out, and learn why it's doing what it's doing. It's giving you little clues and helps you understand your own code better. That's also true, yeah. Which is exactly how you get better at programming, making mistakes and then figuring out why. Not really, I just use, Visual, base code, to automate the job. Oh, okay. Is that fun for you? Do you enjoy that? Uh, I'm definitely gonna need to improve on this later, but for now it's fine. It's fine. I keep hitting E and I mean to hit Control Z. Yes, please, and thank you. Is there a way that I can have chat on screen as well? I don't think I can do it here. No, I'd have to go to this one, but because that has the chat box, but thank you. Hold on. Switch that mutes me. It shortens the amount of time over 50% that we use when doing administration. So it's good for me and my coworkers are very grateful that I code. Nice. Making the job easier is always better. Get out of my room. Nasty. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Turning my cam back on. What are you doing? I can't. I've set myself up for a disaster. What did you do? And why? Why did you do it this time? Why did you do it before? And why are you gonna do it again? Started a new Cyber Sleuth run, and I'm only gonna use Gatsumon. Who's Gatsumon? I'm gonna Yeah, it's right there. All of them are clean. Gatsumon. Oh, the little, rock guy. Nice. I need to jump back into Cyber Sleuth at some point. I finally got Growlmon, which is the one that I've been gunning for, and I need to actually continue the adventure. I've been playing a lot of Digimon World Order, which I've been enjoying. I currently have blue, I forgot his name, but a blue fireman, and then I think his name is, like, Kokumon. He's, like, a huge, like, insect beetle type Digimon. Um Blue Marimon, that's his name. I have Blue Marimon, and then, I think is it Kokumon? Kokumon. No, that's not it. That's not his name at all. I got it completely wrong. Go away! I'm talking about Digimon. Akumon. Is that him? Yes, I have him. Sorry. No, that's why they are there. I hang them to dry, like, right there. I take them out of the, clothes every time. Honestly, I'm grateful for it because I couldn't remember this guy's name. Also, I just got to not just got to, I got past the point where we see Palmon transform into Lilymon, and that's a pretty cool ultimate to have. Also, Panamon turning into Angel Woman is crazy. Go away. Let me nerd out over my Digimon. Unbothered. Well, actually, fuck off. Okay. You're Digilame. Also, I think her name's Corey, being the 8th child was crazy. Like, I pretty much figured it out, when Sage or whatever his name said there was an 8th child. I'm like, she knew who Koromon was, so, like, obviously she's going to be the 8th child because how else would she know? Yeah, no, I saw Gatsumon with the pumpkin-headed Digimon. I can't remember his name, but, like, they were, like, super, like, goofy and, like, wanting to have fun. Pumpkinmon. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm so excited to get my Digivice, especially whenever I, like, take it out with me. I'm wondering, like because I do a lot of m walking with my job, and it's not who's there? And since it's a step counter, I'm wondering, like, how fast I'll get into battles and Digivolve. Digi who? A lot of early Digimon very illiterate in either English or Japanese. Digi who know Digi lame? Nah, you're lame. Hey, you're a fan of Palmon, it's not that different. I guess Palmon's more like Pokemon than it is Digimon, but still. Not a fan? You just played the game sometimes, not a fan. Even though you were asking about other Palmon games. I kinda want these 2 horns to be a bit bigger. Big horns. So, they'll end up going off of the screen. We're gonna interested is not the same thing as being a fan. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit better. And then switch away from the eraser. Oh, I don't like it when the music stops. Is there a way to, like, make it a continuous loop? Global mute. Oh, that's to mute everything? No, I don't think there's a way to prevent it from stopping. It's just gonna stop sometimes. Question? What what's the question? I need to figure out how to make this look normal. That's probably a trick question because it won't. You have to create 37-ish monsters without bosses counted for next. How much extra time add will it take to add 3 frame sprites to each of those monsters? It shouldn't be that long. I'd say if we're doing it like we're taking, like, the images that are already there and I'm gonna animate those, I should be able to do, like, depending on the detail of the monster, 2 or 3 and, like, it needs to be 12 a 12 oh, that's going to be a lot then, probably. Um, I can try to take some time tomorrow to animate 1 monster, see how long it takes me, and then we can go from there. Cause how much was it? 37 monsters currently are in the game that I need to animate. And then isn't there more that I'm gonna have to make later on also? Like, once I haven't even drawn yet. No, there's 10 in the game, they need a 12 sprite, and then 37 monsters that don't even visually exist yet. Right. Okay. Um, well, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. It's probably gonna take me, a bit long to do, but I'm also gonna be doing, like, animating like, those types of pictures are also different from pixel art, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna experiment, see how it goes, and then we can, like, discuss it from there. Um, some can be skipped, like flying monsters can always be facing the camera, they need only 3 sprite, but most walking do need a 12 frame, okay. Kinda need to know now so I can start working on the code for it. Alright, well, I'm gonna do it, it's just gonna be probably gonna be a bit slow. Gonna get the phalanges. Then maybe just a little bit level 52. Um, I think a week. Up to a week. I won't say it'll be an entire week for one monster, but it'll probably be, like, up to a week. Okay. These will be like knuckles. We can try to make it so that way she's, like, more face, like, looking at you. Actually, I realistically only need to change this. That's why it looks a little bigger, because it is. And this one I think I can just change on my own. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna hand draw these because I want my circles to look like circles. Oh, that's gonna be the annoying part about this, isn't it? Okay, so one here, this one here. We're also gonna bring it a bit closer. Why? Oh, that's why. God, I still think her eyes look derpy, but I don't think I can really fix that in a way that I'm gonna be too happy with anyway, so oh, oh, I know why. Not because of E. There we go. And for a monster, we could use a simplified version as a spray on the map, I guess. Like a slime monster can literally be a ball of slime that hardly needs to be animated, just a bit of wiggling. Yeah, I could probably do that. Not probably, I can do that. Good. Sure. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna test something real quick. Okay. So that's normal. Confused. Oh, I thought I muted my desktop audio. That's my bad. Whatever, it was only a couple seconds. Okay, so that's this game audio. I thought my headphones was making static noises, and I was very concerned for a second. Stretch. Thank you, babe. Ribs. I do have the ribs. Technically, I want to add a lot more detail onto her, but I think this is a good start for now. I need to combine all of these. Control E. That can go down on one layer. Oh, well, that's not correct. Oh god, okay. Need me to come look at something? Okay. Just gonna turn this off so that there's at least something to look at. Okay. I hate it when it does that. It's always lame where it stops chopping, like, 2 seconds after you click on the tree. Um, I'll make her jewelry, but I'll leave all the other insane detail out, at least until I get more comfortable with this. So, like a neck piece. To get rid of art. That's kind of dumb. Actually, I'll just leave the jewelry out of this version. I'm gonna use this to create the details. Reading Discord? No. Okay. Okay. Didn't realize that was okay. Got it. Um, pretty sure. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong layer for that, but pinned it? Okay. I have a look here. That's not what I wanted. Jesus Christ. Scared the hell out of me. Okay, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. It's kind of what I'm going for. That should be fine. I'm still not happy with the hands, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. I do need to go back on the main layer though. Just this one to finish the. Actually, maybe I'll just have it stop at the shoulder blades. Like her neck scale, like she has neck scales. Uh, that stops more towards her back, or maybe just make them smaller. Nah, I'm not gonna add that. I'll do all that stuff later. Need to say that out loud to myself so I can categorize like what can I do now versus what's a bit too much. I keep wanting to like add stuff until it gets to the point where it's overwhelming for me to keep up with. We're gonna add an extra layer for coloring. And then we'll do like a background for her later, maybe. Yeah, Actually, I have a new panel saying that that you can like give subs and I'll like make a drawing. And that I'll do it live on stream. Granted, if it's for today, I think I can. Nah, I won't be able to do it today, but like I'll do like dedicated art streams for anyone who wants to gift subs and have a commission done. The only condition is that because of the fact that I'm going to be streaming the artwork, it's backpack. Oh, mostly got to stay around the safe for work type stuff. But I will do like horror stuff if that's the type of vibe that you have. It'll just probably be in this style because this is my drawing style. It would be anime. Yeah, that's fine. All I would need is well, the donations and then a picture of you, so that way I have a reference to go off of. I'll obviously keep the picture off stream. I'm not gonna go showing your face or anything. Actually, should no, yeah, this part should be red. Actually, maybe the outer part. Okay. Um, I guess most dragon wings have the colors the same on the inside and outside. Huh? Are you gonna do that if you're drawing him? I'm having a moment. I don't understand. Cookie sounds nice, eh? Whatever works. You got cookies, eat them. Right, I was talking about, like, the IRL picture, but yeah, he would end up being seen irregardless. I don't know what it is, but coloring like this is satisfying. Oh, because that part just looks like a piece of this wing, and actually that kinda looks good. I do like that. It does mean I also need to add a line here to represent that wing. The finer details, things that you notice as you start to finish your work. Also give the dragon a pizza roll. I will definitely do a dragon pizza roll drawing. I'll probably turn that into an email, honestly. Like, it'll just be like a small little chibi dragon with, like, an overly large pizza roll. $53. That sounds actually like a great idea. I'm gonna have that. Need a list. Nice. I'm gonna save this. Uh, Tree has died. Got that. Get a bit smaller. Oh, this needed to be red too. Whoops. Gonna make this a bit smaller. Honestly, feel like I've missed something in my life. I just started thinking about this. I have a boating license and I have a forklift license, I have a crane license, but no driver's license. Okay. So do you want to go and get your regular driver's license? Also, how are you going to learn how to drive a boat without ever learning how to drive a car? Is driving a boat easy? I thought it would have been more difficult. Besides, my dad owned a boat and he wanted to be able to go on it and drink and stuff with his friends, so he semi-forced me to get a boating license. Right, okay. So you had to. You were the driver. Oh. Well, you get money, so. Money is great at convincing people to do a lot of things. A week? Did you have bills or something? Found a new hobby named magic. You spent 2.5K in a week on Magic the Gathering. Dude, I get pretty obsessed with stuff sometimes, but that's crazy money. That is crazy. On packs only. You didn't even get, like, any other kind of merch. It was just, like, the card packs. Holy shit, man. Damn, okay. Well, as long as you were happy with the cards that you got. It was 19. Ah. But still, even at 19, I don't think I could have spent 2.5K on a single thing. Wild. Did you get any super good cards? Anything special? For the time, yes. Okay. Have they kept their value? No. Damn. Wasted all that money. Also, hush, I know I can spend money on a hobby, but 2.5K. I've kept them all. You haven't kept any of them, or you did keep some of them, but you lost a lot of them. I'd imagine that's the case. Traded a lot of them to get other cards. Ah, I'm not exactly sure how I want to do the right. Uh, yeah, I'll finish this up. Not been a not. Oh, about 3 hours. It's not really a long stream. Also, 2.5K is only 25 V pets. Are you talking about like the Digivice V pets or like the? Yeah, it'd have to be. That's wild. I don't get why they're so expensive too. Well, they do because they're primarily being released in Japan. The rest of the world isn't exactly as uh doesn't have as much availability to Digimon stuff, I think. Also, I learned that there's such a thing as Digimon Day in Japan, which is crazy. Odaiba Day, yeah. And, like, there's, like, a whole, like, Digicon thing that happens. There's Digicon, there's that holiday, specifically for Digimon now, and it's just, like, shops after shops filled with Digimon stuff. Yeah, I didn't understand what that was, which which is probably why I didn't say much about it. But then I saw it on Twitter and I was like, "Oh, that's what that is." I think I'll just this is gonna be a miniature sun anyway. I'm probably gonna change her design a bit. Why does that appear? But for now, this is good. Yeah, and it's like August 1st because that's like the day that like the season 1 Digidestined well became the Digidestined or something like that. Like that's when the Digiworld crossed over into the real world, right? A bit. Started having a connection. Or am I completely like incorrect about that? I won't say much because I don't want to spoil anything, but you're not completely wrong. Okay. I guess I will find out what it is at some point. God. Clay. I imagine that's crafting material, so I'll take it. Um, I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. Uh, the essence mine, the way that I did it in old school RuneScape was that there was an old wizard in the basement of the wizard's tower, and then oops, that's not. Oh shit, that's fine. I didn't ruin it. Yeah, there's a dude in the basement of the wizard's tower that if you talk to him, he transports you to the mines. Well, not done, but pretty good. I got pretty far along with her. Obviously still need to do, like, a bunch of, like, shading and whatnot. I don't know if I'll, end up doing, like, a scale pattern because a scale pattern's gonna be a lot, especially with specifically shading each individual scale. So I probably won't. But yeah, um, I'm gonna call today's stream here because I do have some stuff to do. So thank you everybody who has been watching, lurking, hanging out. I hope you liked today's drawing session because I'm probably gonna do more of these types of streams where I just come up with ideas and stuff that I can draw live. Probably have RuneScape in the background here, like I did with this time. Yeah.